Today we have to go over Toshi because as you can see in the last month, Toshi has been down huge, 47%. In the last week, we're down 24%. In the last day, 2.6%. So we're going to talk about Toshi because as you can see, it does not look good for crypto and Toshi is not immune to it. Toshi has been crashing as well. But anyways, let's go over it. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. But let's go over Toshi because as you can see, 22 million in volume. That's pretty low. 162 million inside of market cap. So yeah, things are trickling down here in the market. Nobody knows if the top is already in for Bitcoin. Nobody knows if the overall altcoin market is going to continue to dump, which it could, but Toshi is still doing stuff, right? Over here, Toshi Mart, they said any token launched on Toshi Mart is now instantly tradable on OKX because as you can see, OKX now has Base directly inside of their app. So it says Base Dex trading to live is now live on the OKX app. So that's pretty big. Millions of tokens, no bridges, no gas, just trade from your fiat or exchange. So they're doing this and they're doing this pretty efficiently. So that's pretty cool. And Base is starting to implement in a lot of different things. So I think Base is going to be huge. Over here, OKX also posted and pretty much is promoting Toshi at this point, right? Like that's a Toshi promotion right there. But let's talk about these numbers because this does not look good, guys. This does not look good. So what happened? So first of all, we were going up inside of a rising wedge. Rising wedges are bearish patterns. And I was saying this the whole time we were rising. I was like, hey, I think it's going to go up through this rising wedge. I thought it would have at least went a little bit further up into it, but it didn't because Bitcoin crashed and everything dropped as well. But it would have been nice if we did that because then we would pretty much be all the way up here at this point. So yeah, if we didn't do that, we would be looking nice. We would probably be at 0.0012 or something like that. But anyways, we can't look back at the past. We got to look at what is coming for the future of Toshi. So we can go ahead and take off these falling wedges here. And then also a rising wedge. I mean, also we had a symmetrical triangle here, but it was a bearish symmetrical triangle. So it was another bearish pattern in the bearish symmetrical triangle. As you can see there, we came into it from a downtrend. So we had another bearish signal. So Toshi is just getting slapped around with bearish signals. So right now, we don't really have any bearish signals at this point because we've already kind of gotten rid of them. And Toshi is at such a low point right now. Like it's actually stupid low right now. It's stupid cheap, stupid low. You could argue that this is another bearish symmetrical triangle, which it kind of looks like it, but we broke out to the upside, so it really doesn't matter anyway. But it could continue upwards, but I do believe that Bitcoin is going to pull back again, so I don't think Toshi is going to be going up too long. As you can see here with Bitcoin, look at the %R trend exhaustion. Look at how the short-term trend has far outpaced the long-term trend, and the long-term trend is kind of stuck down here. So when that short-term trend starts to pull back and the long-term trend does too, we're going to see things crash inside of Bitcoin. Bitcoin is just a ticking time bomb at this point. It's a ticking time bomb. It's going to dump eventually. Just keep looking at the %R trend exhaustions here. Look at how the short-term trend keeps far exceeding the long-term trend. And every time that happens, we got a dump every single time. The short-term trend exceeds the long-term trend and a dump every single time, right? If you come back here and you look at all this, we've been doing the same thing the whole time. So what makes you think we're going to just randomly pump, right? Now we're doing it again. So again, when this drops, we're going to see the price of Bitcoin drop. And I've been predicting 85K all along. So prepare for 85K Bitcoin and we'll see what happens after that. But other than that, yeah, prepare for that because that's probably going to end up bringing the price of Toshi down. So what I see coming next for Toshi here, let's go back to the 4-hour chart. What I see coming next for Toshi here is possibly another drop. And this drop is going to be all the way down to point, I don't even want to say all the zeros, but it's going to be down at the 2.9 area. So we're going to be at 2,900. That's pretty much what we're going to be looking at here for Toshi because we hit solid support now, but the next solid support is at 2,900. So, that's where we're pretty much looking for now. You could see the percent R trend exhaustion on the 4-hour chart for Toshi completely oversold, but it can stay oversold for much longer. And the MACD, not much buying pressure, just selling pressure there. And then if we come over here to the daily chart on Toshi, still very much oversold on the percent R trend exhaustion, but we're just now becoming oversold on the daily chart. So we could stay oversold for a good little minute. And then if you come and look at the MACD, a lot of selling pressure on the MACD for the daily chart. So like I said, I think Toshi could have another pullback here to the 2,900 area, but I think Toshi is extremely cheap right now, and it could be cheaper, yes, but I still think it's extremely cheap, especially if a lot of people start adopting the base chain. Like they're gonna want a good meme coin on it, so I think Toshi will be that. But the biggest risk is us going below 85k Bitcoin, because if we go below 85k Bitcoin, that kind of confirms that the market is done running up, is done pumping, and that we're going to go back into a bear market. So we don't want to see us going below 85k Bitcoin, and if that happens, we're completely screwed. So anyways, this is pretty much all I got for you guys today. I know there's no good news here, but the good news is that I believe Toshi is undervalued. So, but I do think that it could go lower as everything in crypto could, right? But anyways, we'll have to wait to see what happens when Bitcoin hits 85k. Not even if, but when it hits 85k. But yeah, anyways, hit the like button and subscribe, guys. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. All that good stuff. Leave a comment in the comment section. As always, I'll be back with another video.